Hi, my name's Kaya. This is my presentation on police officer. The career that I chose was a police officer, ideally in the San Diego Police Department. So that's what it's going to be based off of mostly. The police have a wide variety of duties, some of which are, but not limited to, controlling traffic flow, such as when a traffic light or something like that breaks down and somebody needs to come out and control traffic, show which way to go. Then same thing right there, controlling traffic flow. It's basically, it's pretty close to the same thing. Then there's enforcing state and local traffic regulations, just, pretty self-explanatory there. And then making arrests, which is quite literally just arresting the bad guys, basically, catch the bad guys, arrest them, take them down to the station, file a report, all that. Then there's issuing citations and criminal investigations, and then preventing crimes, such as patrolling certain areas and communities, making sure everybody's safe and doing what they're supposed to. Then maintaining the peace within communities, which is a huge part because, that's why they have patrol cars, squad cars. You see cops going around patrolling, just making sure everybody's safe, staying okay, nobody's disturbing the peace or anything. Testifying in court is another important one that cops do in case, they were at the scene of an accident or, for a serious crime, something like that. They protect life and liberty through the enforcement of laws and regulations. They conduct interviews, arrests, which we just talked about, and then operate a law enforcement vehicle under emergency conditions, whether during the day or at night if need be. Then the salary starting out would be around $54,600, which obviously goes up. As you can see, it says after being in the field about 5 years, the salary goes up to $60,979 annually. Then after 10 years, it goes up to $89,247. So overall, it doesn't pay too badly. Then important characteristics would be having initiative, which is a passion for stopping crime and keeping people safe. Then there's a sense of ethics. You have to know what's morally right and wrong and correct, And then next up we have respect and knowledge of laws, which you just need to know the laws, like state laws, federal laws. Any laws, basically, you're going to need to know as a cop, and then you need to have good communication skills, which is very important because cops go into, very different situations with, very different, cultures and people, and you got to know how to talk without making anybody upset or, worsening a situation. And then you need common sense, which makes, sense. You need to have common sense for this job. And then humility, which it's not being, meek or unintimidating or anything like that. You gotta know, you gotta be able to have, some kind of compassion, for people. And then you need to have a controlled temper, which is very important because it's just very important. If you don't have a controlled temper, then you could end up, with a case like police brutality, excessive use of force, stuff like that could happen. And then for the education needed, you need at least a GED from high school, and then you need to be able to graduate the police academy, which is important, or else you won't be able to get into any agencies. And then some require a bachelor's degree, but not all of them. Just a select handful of them require the bachelor's degree. So basically, the more schooling you have, it could propel you in your law enforcement career. It could propel you forward. And then there are many advantages and disadvantages to this job, like the pay, and then making a good impact on your community, keeping people safe. You have a rewarding job, but it comes with a lot of, mental health issues in the long run that you most likely will need to get taken care of. And then, there's always the risking your life part. That's not, ideal. And then the career ladder for this job is you would start off as Police Officer 1, which is the first 6 months in the police academy, and then from there you go up to Police Officer 2, which comes after graduating the Police Officer Academy. And then you're assigned a geographical patrol division, within whatever city, state, town, you decide to work in. So you'll have your own little area to work in, to patrol and keep safe. And then the police officer 3, which is, which you reach after about 3 years being employed. And then after that promotion, you can start like going up in the ranks to sergeant or detective, stuff like that. And then the outlook is pretty good for the future. It says the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reports that from 2018 to 2028, police officer jobs are expected to increase by 5% during this period, with job growth directly related to government budget allocations for public safety at the state and local levels. So the employment outlook is pretty good for this job. And then we're excited page, and yeah, that's it. Thank you.